What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Root. So I'm going to review a 2008 mixtape by Blood Raw of CTE and formerly USDA as far as his pitch. The hit rapper Blood Raw from formerly CTE and formerly USDA as far as his pitch am. So within these aspects, particularly this product is called Against All Odds. Particularly this product is called Against All Odds, and it came out in the winter of 2008. So within Fairs About Here, as far as these pitches going to happen, basically Blood Raw is a hit member of USDA pitches like that within these fairs, which was Jeezy's old collective as far as this pitch going to happen in like the mid-late 2000s pitch like that. Particularly they dropped a hit album which had some banner type appeal, a couple pair of banging type trap singles pitched like that, some 2000s trap back in those days, hit songs like White Girl and Corporate Thuggin' as far as this person have. Now within the complex, I think within certain type areas, if you know Jeezy well enough, you should know within those type pitches that was like his group album type appeal pitch like that with his folks, that basically Blood Raw and Slick Polo were affiliates of his that popped up on like Trap or Die and Can't Ban the Snowman, some of those mid-late 2000s mixtapes that Jeezy did with DJ Draw and pitch like that. But they also dropped an album, Cold Summer was one of those type ones. Jeezy had said that he felt like basically Cold Summer was like Trap or Die on steroids pitch like that, which it basically was within those type pitches. It's kind of a street album pitch like that, had some buzz singles, one of which was White Girl, which got a big enough relative type buzz. Corporate Thuggin' was kind of like the second single that kind of had some degree of like trail on type appeal pitch like that, but didn't catch on as full bound. It just wasn't as rote pitch like that as those particular type fairs that were kind of happening pretty prominently throughout those times, mid-late 2000s pitch like that. You get like the hit tune. White Girl had that catchy kind of snap out of it, but Corporate Thuggin' not as much, but still a hit type song. Definitely recommend that album easily within those type pitches. Classic album, probably got a 10 out of 10. If it didn't get a 10 out of 10 for me back in those particular days, it definitely would nowadays. It's just banner type appeal, but basically, Blood Raw stuck around with Jeezy and CTE for a little bit longer within those type pitches. He dropped an album which dropped in 2008 called My Life True Testimony, which I reviewed way back in 2022. So it's been a little bit since I touched base with Blood Raw. I did review another of his projects, which was the Indictment Papers mixtape from 2006, which came out a little bit before Cold Summer pitch like that. So he did. From what I remember, Indictment Papers was a Gangsta Girls by DJ Draw and pitch like that, or one of those relative type varieties pitch like that. It was kind of the appeal. The unfortunate thing about that product was I was not able to really scoop up and download that particular product. Now I think it's more or less complex available on YouTube to download pitch like that, but the fair is about it. Right as I was getting it, just a few weeks before I was to download that particular product, basically the Internet Archive, which had that particular mixtape, crashed, and there was no way. That was one of the mixtapes that was lost in shuffle that you couldn't get the download link to. So it was only within like a few weeks. Internet Archive got hacked in like last week of September, first couple weeks of October 2024, and I was going to get to that one in like early November 2024, pitch like that. So it's probably for saying this got lost in the complex, but this pitch is still some hit type feels, classic mixtape easily. A couple of those reviews are in the Blood Raw playlist pitches like that. So it's a fair for saying this is another hit type one within the complex. The download link that's on at least live mixtape Sunset Fairs is not as full bound available pitch like that, which is unfortunate as far as these fairs can have. But it's the pitch, I think, because this is a free type product anyway, it's probably within a safe enough ability to just download the hit type songs that you have of your choosing pitch like that. But it's classic tape here, pitch like that. Jeezy is on here a couple times with some new verses. There's a revamp of Corporate Thuggin', which is called C Thuggin' on here, which has like a more kind of like outdoorsy type feel towards it. Feels more of like a concert kind of festival type fray about it. There's some remix songs on here, since the pitches, some traditional type freestyles and pitch like that, to like songs like Chevy Riding High and like Leather So Soft and pitches like that. Some of ones. There's a Jay-Z freestyle. I don't remember within these type pitches as to where it particularly came from. I can't think is full bound. It seemed like it was from the Blueprint or something like that. I don't remember within those type pitches, but I would definitely say leave a comment if you remember within those type pitches. Now, probably within the fray, if it's going to be like 3 or 4 years from now, I might know within those type pitches, but I would still leave the comment anyways to help folks out, because particularly Google doesn't know pitch like that. But it's a hit type beat, definitely reminds of DJ Draw and pitches like that. It's within the aspect as far as saying, now within these type pitches, this particular mixtape came out a few months before My Life, The True Testimony, as far as this basically happened. That was Blood Raw's debut album. So this is the pitch as far as saying that Blood Raw's debut single within those type pitches, that was the lead single off that particular 2008 album, is on this mixtape. I'm not going to talk about this song again, but it is Louis, which is, Louis Bags pitch like that. So that's the fair that had Jeezy on there. Jeezy helped out with that particular tune. Good, nice bop as far as this basically having good, nice pitches. Early bird type taste of what the recession was going to be like, pitch like that. But the hit type appeal as far as saying recommend all 15 of the songs are songs in here, plus the 16th song, which is the Keisha Cole song that she had out around that time, which was Let It Go, as far as the first game. So yeah, 10 out of 10 mixtape, easy within these type pitches. Very familiar type aspects. When I reviewed, like a recent type era, what I review, what you're going to see around this particular time is like Big Country Kings mixtape, which came out around this time as well, which is Cocaine Country. That came out in February 2008 as well. Basically, a particular fair, Big Country King was a little bit more amidst like the 2010s type trap and pitch like that, more similar to like Gucci Mane and OJ Juice Man. Some of those type folks are getting ready to pop up, but within the pitch, Blood Rock kind of stuck with like the more 2000s type sound. Jeezy was kind of amidst that as well. Jeezy and T.I. kind of had like differential type. Jeezy and T.I. kind of had like squabbles with like the concept of grafting into like the 2010s type fair pitch like that. It was kind of leftover type variety. Now Jeezy didn't have as much problems. He wasn't going to prison around this time, but was kind of pitch as far as saying, paying attention towards that these were some leftover type varieties for folks that missed. Like there is a series of some of these type fairs, the DJ drama from like the Trap or Die and Can't Ban the Snowman type days. So some of that's kind of on here with pitch like that. A few of these like Feels Good and like This Is the Shield. Some of these type ones pitches like that, some of these type varieties and the Jay-Z freestyle, some of these type ones that just feel like throwback out of Trap or Die type days, pitch like that. So it has those particular aspects, but not really. This has some leftover type fairs within the pitch, like familiar type territories within the aspect of fucking with like Jeezy mixtapes from like the 2000s, pitch like that. So it's just good kind of conduit and extra kind of companion package to the shit that Jeezy was kind of doing. So it's basically like getting like a sub kind of Jeezy mixtape, which Jeezy did not really, he was kind of quiet around this time, particularly Jeezy didn't really drop much of anything past like Cold Summer from like the spring of 2007 until Prime Minister, which came out in like the spring or so, the late spring of 2008. So he took a consistent kind of time off with some of the pitches, and then it took even longer for like the recession to come out in the fall of 2008. So that was a big open spell where nothing really happened. So it's kind of fair as far as saying paying attention to like what Jeezy was up to within some of those fair was kind of pitched that some of those type varieties I want to say within these type varieties that I don't know is commonplace, but the information is kind of sparse nowadays. But I want to say USDA did drop like some mixtapes around that time. They're just not as common. There are more of these. Blood Raw, Slick Pull, some of these type folks did do some of those type fairs, but this is one of those type things that kind of happened within that. This is kind of one of those type of things that happen within that as far as those fairs, just within the quieter type spells like those fairs. So just the tech, the platelets were kind of shifting pitches like that. Jeezy was kind of within a more kind of just seldom type spell as far as this pitch game. But Blood Raw picked up the pace within certain type aspects. This kind of pitch is not a slouch type album. It's just kind of pitch as far as saying just the buzz type aspects, just differential kind of seeing some of these voids that were kind of within those aspects as far as paying attention towards some banging typeness. Blood Raw was pretty capital around this time. He did manage to get a buzz single in Louis, and there's some other type ones. There are some standouts on here, like I do feel like Feels Good and This Is the Shield are some good nice ones. Jeezy does drop a verse on This Is the Shield, which Blood Raw has a group called Shield Gang, which is interesting type pitch as far as what's physically happens. Kind of aspect. I don't know if that was just a surname for USDA pitch like that, or if that was Blood Raw's sub thing. But he Slick Pull is on that song as well, so that's within the aspect. There's plenty of good Gulag type songs on top of that. There's plenty of good post-hour kind of Gulag type songs within a trap makeshift type sense, just familiar kind of 2006 Can't Ban the Snowman type era type shit within those type products, but just more within pitch. It just got done with things. It's the breeze along within some of pitches with kind of like a pseudo kind of Hustlin by Rick Ross type variety, and then kind of in between like Jeezy type bops like Mr. 17.5 and Jeezy type bops like Jeezy type bops like Mr. 17.5 and pitch like that, and the realest songs that wants to pitch like that, but just be able to say 10 out of 10 mixtape. So some of these type ones feels good as a hitting type ones, like a grand and pushing kind of classic 2000s DJ drama mixtape grip to get towards here. Just Aaron's definitely some type phrase, lays, runs, sense of aspects in a more basic type sense is typical as far as what's going to happen. Get a nice pitch with some of these. Feels ripped out of 2006, some stuff rise pitch like that. Just some of those leftover type ones. Feels like Killer Mike, feels like Jay-Z, feels like Jeezy, feels like Joel Santana, feels like Lil Wayne, feels like songs by Lil Wayne like Receipt and The Mob, and particularly like Hustler music, some type ones, but good nice pitches. C2, Lil Wayne type vibes pitch like that, since hit type aspect, just good traditional type fair pitch like that. Some of these other type ones, Real is a hitting type one. There is like the I forget which one, but one of these type songs, Plies comes through in like a chopped and screwed type vocals on here. It's good, nice pitch. It's not actually a verse, but he just does an intro, good pitch like that. But Real's a nice one. It's like, this is particularly like an on that day grease kind of bullshit type Ferris pitch like that. It's another day in paradise, since type fries. Just get like a Wendy's run going, since the pitch. Just get the sunshine, since the fries. Get pick up like a 4 for 4 pitch like that. Get chicken nuggets with ranch and like some French fries and like good couple burgers pitch like that, since the fries, and drink a pitch like that. Accent type Ferris, Swisher type chain smoking kind of get towards. Not to recommend chain smoking within pitch if you're like, not to recommend chain smoking with the aspect of actual chain smoking with tobacco pitch like that, but just chain smoking with like some swishers with like the herb in there pitch like that. Some surprise, get good series of the grape ones going. Some of these type pitches playing a good type product like the typical type sunshiny type post up pitch like that, some hit type feels. This is the Shields, the hitting type 1. Jeezy is on this particular song. Slick Pull is on here as well as like a grand DJ drama kind of go crazy, and Mr. 17 5 type gliss pitch like that, just good gliss along. It's like some grind shift here, pretty similar to Feels Good pitch like that, just an overall hot type 1. Definitely feels like Thug Motivation 101 and 102 type Jeezy pitch like that. So some of those hit type aspects, is a good buzz bop pitch like that. Classic mixtape anthem, I'd definitely say some of these type pitches. C Thuggin's the hitting type 1's another nice one that has Shield Gang on their pitch like that. It's like a nice corporate thug kind of revamp to get towards here, just more. Particularly this time, it's more looming and outdoorsy pitch like that, and more kind of a field type blaze up since the pitch to just kind of outdoor luncheon type fair cookout typeness with a little bit more bravado about it and just more commotion. Definitely some good loud packs for all these fairs going to happen. Ain't Mad is used a hitting type 1's like a good buzz single to get, and Throw This Money kind of dance bang as far as these pitches. I'm talking about Throw This Money, the hit song from Cold Summer pitch like that. It was more of an album cut, but still some bang typeness. Good nice strip club type bop from Slick Pull and Blood Raw pitch like that. I think it might have had Jeezy on there. I don't remember his full bound, but it's a pitch that was good nice action tune on Cold Summer with then those hit type pitches, nice dance bang, definitely. Cold Summer Leftover, it feels like here, pitch like that, just overall lit type ones. So it's kind of pitch some of those type varieties, just riding on like the leftover kind of coattail of like Cold Summer pitch like that. So some hit type varieties, that's still being fresh in people's heads pitch like that. So some hit type aspects, some of those type ones, just further kind of strip club type bops pitch like that, and just venue type bangs, things that pitch within like the sludge factor, like some post up with like some gin shots pitches like that, just good, nice. Good nice venue sludge kind of get crunk to pitch like that, hit type feels. Stay True's a nice type 1. Now the audio in this particular song is a little bit more muddled within these type pitches, kind of one of those type 1s, but the aspect still has some good type flares just within the pitch, definitely within the product, tracking it down still within these pitches, turning up the volume towards it. It has a different volume, at least on the mixtape that I was listening to, has a different volume ratio than the rest of the songs on here. But it's good, nice pitches, like a woozy kind of sprung AF, kind of come through type song pitch like that, just hot. The hit song Stay True is like a woozy kind of sprung AF, kind of come through hot, I'd say, within these particular pairs, good pitch like that. Just Hell Puppy Chow for Galleys and pitch like that. Just Mesh Pillows, songs that price kind of pick up. Good, nice pairs kind of take the edge off. Some Trap Retire kind of get towards this after hours type product, just with laxing with said folks and Fam Diva type fist pitch like that. Just smoke a few peach wraps, songs type aspects, peach blunt wraps, apricot blunt wraps, songs that pitch amongst the pineapple type 1s. Get some pineapple kush going, so instead pitch amongst a good nice varieties amongst pitches like that. It's kind of a slow it down type verse. It's kind of pitched like that. There's one of these type songs on My Life True Testimony as well, pitched like that. There's a particular song with Trina, I forget the name of it, I'll look that up. What's happening with Trina as far as this person can have, so it's good nice pitch as far as this price can have good excellent pitches there. Jay-Z freestyles the hitting type 1s like a blistering kind of vintage blueprint and streetlight type frostbite to get towards here pitch like that. This hard grind about this particular song pitch like that. It's one of those type 1s that just feels enveloped within like those pitch like the dedication and blueprint type days pitch like that. It feels ripped out of 2003, 2005 good pitch like that. Just some of that particular bite about this. A little bit more gripping within these type pitch, has a little bit more factor, not so much within the variety like You Don't Know and pitch like that, but kind of one of those type 1s where it's just a little bit more cold grit and fairs like that. It's kind of aspect. More leathered type hustle pitch like that, but just get some tacos in your system, not to be too blasé and just stone faced about a pitch like that, not have like the steadfastness, but kind of within the aspect of throwing some extra type air to kind of have to take the edge off pitch like that, since that feels to kind of coat some of it with some pleasure, pitch like that. So hit type feel as far as this aspect's going to happen. Let It Go remix to hitting type 1. Now within these aspects, I am not sure within these type pitches. Now Keisha Cole at least dropped an album in 2009, 2010, and she did drop an album in I think 2006, verse like that. It's kind of pitch as far as question where the particular song pair varied from. Song Let It Go is from her song with Lil Kim, and the song Let It Go has Lil Kim and Missy Elliott on there, good nice pitches, but this particular version, song with Blood Raw on there, is like a good neo, kind of homebound touch bass, get towards your pitch like that, just feeling coarse but satin as far as these first kind of good nice pitches, is kind of what's new since the price was the deal, yoga pitch like that. Definitely similar type vibes to Juicy from like the particular Biggie type days, the mid 90s pitch like that, sounds hit type feels, but the aspect just kind of has like a softcore kind of winter type flip about it, good pitch like that amongst these type fares. So when I was talking about feeling coarse but satin, so it's kind of the this thug edge type factor. Usually within these type pitches, you get like a more kind of satin type folk, like particular Chris Brown or Neo, songs that folks pitch like that. Usher in certain senses, songs that pitch amongst the kind of the hit type appeal. But it's the aspects for us saying just some of those type fares that just getting like that particular edge factor, getting like a Southern Soldier, like particular Blood Raw sense that fares with this more grussel about it within pitch like that, just more of that standard. Just more leathered kind of snare pitch like that. So some hit type aspects having that particular variety amongst it. Trying to think of some other type ones I haven't talked about. Ain't Nothing's the hitting type ones, like a bang kind of Pink Sky kind of Hustlin' by Rick Ross, 2006 type vibe. Ain't Nothing's the hitting type ones, like a bang kind of Pink Sky Hustlin' 06 by Rick Ross, pitch like that. Sunset Fair's going to surf through as far as these pitches going to happen. Just snack runs definitely on the regular pitch like that. Some battery pickups for gal pitch like that. Just kind of good song to cheese to. Just post up real nice, looking good. Feeling glammed in a good mood pitch like that. It's a good, nice appeals to this further, considering the fact that Blood Raw is from Florida, pitch like that, some hit type aspect to some of those particular surf rounds within pitches like that same organ type flair and hit type aspects within like this gulag sky kind of ness, this like Hustlers makeshift kind of dredge and push along. Some good, nice Hustlers makeshift dredge and push along as far as this first game, just within that particular post up post up and station type grip pitch like that. So some hit type aspects for us this first game. Just another day within the aspect of like the routine of just like the grind shit pitch like that hit type feels, but just kind of simple snap out a good pitch like that. On any shit's a hitting type one with these aspects as well as like an excellent Hustlers makeshift to get this post gulag type rope. On any shit's a hitting type one as well as like an excellent kind of Hustlers makeshift as well, good pitch like that. Just some post gulag kind of rope errands and pitch like that. Just some day glam I'd say here. Just some phone hauls pitch like that. Just good nice bop within some stuff. So there's a series of these with these aspects. Plenty of these type ones with these aspects for us like the variety, just like the relative got done. So some of these type pitches, the varieties about some of these type aspects that kind of has familiarity to as songs like particular Stunt Like My Daddy by Lil Wayne and Birdman, some of those fall of 2006 type fairs, and then Hustlin' by Rick Ross, some of those summer 2006 type fairs pitched like that. Some of the prices are just kind of like those fashions, are just like the slow creep type ones, and then pitched like that, just pick up like some Wendy's meals, pitched like that, some of aspects, and just post up in the Pink Skies, pitched like that, just good. Great leftover kind of Popeyes type music, and just the variety of just like getting kind of lazy kind of skies, sunshine, pitched like that, some type feels. Good excellent varieties as far as just like the Tibble type product of Florida type shine and pitch like that, sounds the best. Within pitch for us saying some of those particular type fairs. Great snack run type music and pitch like that within those type aspects. Tried to tell her as a hitting type one as well as like an excellent trap primer to get and rile up as far as these supposed to have. Just stoked AF pitches like that. Just get shit faced definitely within the phrase like the soonness factor coming within pitch like that. Ma's gonna get some pies tonight, sounds the pitch. So this is probably just good nice good nice bounty of goodies and stuff products, whether it would just be apple pies or something stuff pitch, just something within the variety like a good type factor to take the edge off, real nice pitch like that. Now within the pitch, whether it's a whip full of these type of things or aspects like that, or a backpack full of stuff pitch, and the aspects for the fair is going to happen, but it's kind of the conduit transit type fair, just within the fray, kind of getting towards like the transits of within the next good while, the things are going to pop off real clean and blistering as far as these pitch going to happen. Nice type of appeals pitches like that. Another nice one off here would be Watch How I Do Anything as far as another nice one off here pitch like that is Watch How I Do Anything as far as these pitches kind of banging type. This like a great after hours kind of serve to get towards here, to soak in the night and sip slow as far as these pitches kind of appreciate the embellish of a good pitch amongst some of these night amongst some of these nightclub type phrase and cold summer type, leftover type sounds, good pitch like that. Just next drop, figuring out the modes of it, since the pitches, just kind of embellished with palace pitch like that. Just a GG type tune within these type pitches. The Delphin feels ripped out of 2006, Jeezy inspiration type vibes, since the pitches. Now, Jeezy didn't have as much kind of club soak in type songs. He was a little bit more like the grit and like. Jeezy was a little bit more amidst like the motion and the bustle of it as far as what's supposed to happen within the pitch, and just like the grind shift. The particular Cold Summer had more embellished type ones to kind of sit a spell and pitch like that. Some surprise to get some smokers going, and just the hollow type fits with gals and pitch like that and your pals. So nice type pitch amongst it, but it's kind of fair. This is one of those type ones that kind of within the pitch. Some further type pitches are like good carbon copies, not so much carbon copies to stay in terms of quality, but just the pitch that just further re-ups within like those loud packs the way Cold Summer kind of was. So this accent type pitches, some of these type fares within the extra type varieties of it. I think some other type ones I haven't talked about in here. I think that more or less might take care of it within some type aspects where the pitch kind of happens. Actually, I think one of the last ones I haven't talked about on here is On the Way, as far as these pitch can happen. On the Way is like a good stock. On the Way is like a good stock trap makeshift to get towards here. Just rope routine, I'd say. Good pitch like that. Coast real nice. In the after products of it, good pitches. Just re-up with pals definitely here. Visit a spell. Visit within a spell or two, pitch like that. Send up fries. Just standard dab pitch like that. Just some new teas and mixtape gossip. Get towards here, pitch like this. This is the very recent type products team. What's up with that particular primetime type show or late night TV? So some of those type pitches like that. Some of those former memes are still funny, pitch like that. Some stuff aspects, just pitches, some of the stuff. Now, it's not saying as if they wouldn't be, but just some of those type pitches, good aspects. For us, the surprise can happen. So pitches there, as far as the aspects can happen. In these particular type players, so 10 out of 10 mixtape pitches like that within these hit type PLs. Social score is going to get a 10 out of 10 as well. Within these aspects, I feel like some of these type ones within the tone, this is just a great shot in the arm of like further helpings of the way Jeezy kind of was with the inspiration and Cold Summer, some stuff pitches. Within these aspects, just the feels that Jeezy were starting to flesh out within. Just the feels that Jeezy was starting to flesh out since the pitch with an aspect and kind of like a spell where it was kind of the product of just not within like the primary type phase where things kind of were, like I was saying, within these pitches between Cold Summer from like the spring of 2007 to about Prime Minister from like the late spring of 2008. It was kind of fair that there really wasn't anything by Jeezy, so there were plenty of those months what Jeezy was gone, and like the fall of 2007, the winter of 2008, and like the early spring of 2008 pitch like that. So some of those type of PLs, apart from being on Usher's song, like apart from Usher's song Love in this club pitch like that, that's about most of the fray where Jeezy really popped up in pitch like that. But some hit type appeals as far as saying products like that, just some of these type of spells, kind of see what like particular USDA crew is kind of doing. Now within these frays, if I can find further USDA type products that came out in 2007, 2008, I'm definitely going to get towards them. I believe that there were some of these type ones, but the information is kind of minimal, even on like places like Rate Your Music and Discogs pitch like that. It's kind of fray. You have to really have like the on look for it as far as this pitch campus. With that aspect, I'm going to get towards some of those type ones, but it's a classic type fray within sense of pitches. I do like these particular Muzak type songs and Hustler's makeshift type sense. Leftover type varieties of like particularly Stunt Like My Daddy and Hustlin' some stuff fair pitch like that with a little bit of leather. So so soft in there, and corporate thug and some stuff pitches within aspects like that. So varieties as far as saying some stuff pitches is the aspect of those. Some club embellish going to get towards here. Some trap serve within sense of pitch like after I was going to retire for divas in mind pitch like that. Some porch post up. And also like some good leftover kind of dedication and DJ drama type players within pitch like the grind shift is still being committed to like the grip of it pitch like this. Some of these type varieties within the bustle of it, kind of emotion pitch like that. Clubbing's on here within certain type senses, but it's good nice pitches just getting a series of these. Now within the anchors of that about this then the anchors about this particular product is kind of the pitch. Blood Rock could get it usually Blood Rock could usually at least get like a buzz single or two pitch like that, but it's kind of feels for us. I would say a trio of these, it's not just relying full bound on Jeezy. Some of these DJ drama type ones are good. I'd say it feels good. This is the Shield that has USDA on there, and probably some of these type ones like Ain't Mad is used. Some of these type ones are like some good nice tunes for some of these type pitches. Watch How I Do Anything's pretty good. Pitch like that. The Jay-Z freestyle is a real good standout pitch like that. So some of the Jay-Z freestyle is a real good standout, so some pitches like that as far as this price can have. So 10 social as well, pitch like that. So in terms of the future, not as full bound sure within these type prices as to what Blood Raw's been as full bound up to pitch like that, but the hit type appeal as far as saying he does have some products throughout the 2000s and 2010s as far as those prices can have. There might be a few in like the 2020s, but the pitches as far as saying he did It's the pitches as far as saying he did separate from Jeezy after about 2009 or 2010 or so. Some of the stuff there he was not on later. I've reviewed at least one other USDA type product, which was CTE or nothing, but Blood Raw wasn't a part of that one. So Blood Raw stuck around until like 2008, 2009, at least in the 2000s type era with some pitches. I'm going to get to some more of these type ones, definitely some of these Jeezy affiliated and just other type ones in general pitch like that. Blood Raw has at least dropped 2 albums. There was one that came out in 2012, so some further Blood Raw I'm going to get to down the road, definitely some pitches, but this is classic type tape and like the embellished like DJ Drop and Leftover 2000s and Jeezy type vibes in a quieter spell.